Arvind Subramanian, one of our sharpest economic minds. We've heard different shades of civil society, democracy, politics. From an economic prism, how do you see the India story shape up over the next 5 years? What do you see which others who don't understand numbers as well can't see?
Can I just make a prefatory remark that, one of the cardinal sins of forecasting is to extrapolate the recent past. And Keynes had this famous line that the inevitable never happens, it's the unexpected always. So I think with that caveat in mind, think ahead. I think that there is a genuinely optimistic possibility going forward for India, which, building on all the cumulative achievements of the last 20 years, and it's the state being able to deliver at scale, to build infrastructure, etc., are key parts of that. So in this optimistic scenario, I think I see the China plus one opportunity as really being a game changer, potentially. All this is potential. Nothing is for certain. Because, we could never do a certain kind of manufacturing. We were always doing this high-skilled, somewhat non-inclusive dynamism that we had from services. But I think the China plus one genuinely, gives India a second shot. See, India will never become a China. India will never do exports of the sort. But even if India goes from, 3 to 4% of global exports to 10, 11%, I think it's a potential kind of game changer. I think that's, to me, is something that's genuinely new that's happening. Apple coming, lots of these Korean, Vietnamese firms coming, Tesla may be coming, and all of this is happening. The second, genuinely a thing that could change India is Uttar Pradesh. I think stuff is happening there, again, very early to say. But, if Uttar Pradesh can get its act together, it changes India fundamentally in so many ways. The whole Bimaru pejorative, the Hindi heartland as being north-south divide, that offers a scope for fundamentally changing things about India.
Nitin Gokhale, from a security perspective, how do you see the relationship with China, or the relationship with Pakistan evolve in the next 5 years? There's been some talk that Prime Minister Modi, in his bid to go down in history as an Indian legend, will attempt some kind of a rapprochement with Pakistan in his third term. Is that just conspiracy and rumor mills, or could there be some truth to it? Tell us what we don't know.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I think China will continue to remain our primary challenge. One good thing that has happened in the past 5 years, or let's 4 years from 2020, is that the entire nation is now aware that China is the primary threat. Earlier, we were obsessed with Pakistan. With due apologies to Anju and Sushant here, and the Delhi's crowd, Lutyens crowd, which was obsessed. मैं नया हूँ दिल्ली में. मैं 15 साल पहले आया हूँ. I was in 23 years ago. I was in the northeast, so I am not a Delhiite. So anyway, that is aside. China remains primary challenge. I think national security architecture will continue to be reformed and improved for better delivery. So are the defense forces going to get better. But one warning here is that India will have to fend for itself. It has always done so in the past, but much more acutely as far as international security situation is concerned. Neither US nor, say, UK or France, anybody is going to come to your aid. You have to deal with China bilaterally and get your act right as far as fending off China is concerned. And China is not coming at you only from the security point of view. It is coming to you from technology. It is denying you access to technology. It is making inroads in the cognitive domain. So that we must be focused on. And I think the government will be focused on. One final point I want to make about what are the threats to national security. I think we are focused on borders, we are focused on Pakistan. And Pakistan, to me, is a subset of the China challenge. I think let's get that straight because of their nexus and their closeness. But I worry about the largest migration that is taking place from rural India to urban or urban centers or urban India. And that has seeds of national security threats which are not very visible right now for various reasons. One, our cities are not able to cope with the largest migration in history. Second, because of that, law and order is going to be your major issue, and there are police officers here who will probably tell you that. Radicalization, she has already spoken about, and the fact that aspirations of these people do not match their qualifications will mean leading to more petty crimes, which will be a major challenge to any government going forward. I think that we should be cognizant about.